For other uses, see Polynya disambiguation. Coastal polynyas are produced in the Antarctic by katabatic winds. Katabatic wind spilling off an ice shelf. A Polynya PLNJE is an area of open water surrounded by sea ice. 1. It is now used as geographical term for an area of unfrozen sea within the ice pack. It is a loanword from Russian Polynya, Russian pronunciation Polynya, which refers to a natural ice hole, and was adopted in the 19th century by polar explorers to describe navigable portions of the sea. 23 In past decades, for example, some polynyas, such as the Weddell Polynya, have lasted over multiple winters. 1974–1976.4 Formation polynyas are formed through two main processes. Sensible heat polynya. This is thermodynamically driven, and typically occurs when warm water upwelling keeps the surface water temperature at or above the freezing point. This reduces ice production and may stop it altogether. Latent heat polynya is formed through the action of katabatic wind or ocean currents which act to drive ice away from a fixed boundary, such as a coastline, fast ice, or an ice bridge. The polynya forms initially by the first-year pack ice being driven away from the coast, which leaves an area of open water within which new ice is formed. This new ice is then also herded downwind toward the first-year pack ice. When it reaches the pack ice, the new ice is consolidated onto the pack ice. This process continues over time, thus naming the latent heat polynyas as a major source of sea ice production in the Antarctic. 5 The latent heat polynya is the open water region between the coast and the ice pack. Latent heat polynyas are regions of high ice production and therefore are possible sites of dense water production in both polar regions. The high ice production rates within these polynyas leads to a large amount of brine rejection into the surface waters. This salty water then sinks and mixes to possibly form new water masses. It is an open question as to whether the polynyas of the Arctic can produce enough dense water to form a major portion of the dense water required to drive the thermohaline circulation. The flukes of a narwhal in a Baffin Bay polynya. Ecology. Some polynyas, such as the North Water Polynya between Canada and Greenland, occur seasonally at the same time and place each year. Because animals can adapt their life strategies to this regularity, these types of polynyas are of special ecological research significance. In winter, marine mammals such as walruses, narwhals and belugas that do not migrate south, remain there. In spring, the thin or absent ice cover allows light in, through the surface layer as soon as the winter night ends, which triggers the early blooming of microalgae that are at the basis of the marine food chain. So, polynyas are suspected to be places where intense and early production of the planktonic herbivores ensure the transfer of solar energy food chain fixed by planktonic microalgae to Arctic cod, seals, whales, and polar bears. Polar bears are known to be able to swim as far as 65 kilometers across open waters of a polynya. 6 The presence of polynyas in McMurdo Sound in the Antarctic provides an ice-free area where penguins can feed, so is important for the survival of the Cape Royds penguin colony. 7 Antarctic bottom water. AABW. Antarctic bottom water is the dense water with high salinity that exists in the abyssal layer of the Southern Ocean, and it plays a major role in the global overturning circulation. 8 Coastal polynyas. Latent heat polynyas are a source of AABW as brine rejection during the formation of sea ice at these polynyas increase the salinity of the seawater, which then sinks down to the ocean bottom as AABW. 910 Antarctic polynyas form when ice masses diverge from the coast and move away in the direction of the wind, creating an exposed area of seawater which subsequently freezes over, with brine rejection, to form another mass of ice. 11 Arctic navigation. Further information. Arctic sea ice decline. When submarines of the U.S. Navy made expeditions to the North Pole in the 1950s and 60s, there was a significant concern about surfacing through the thick pack ice of the Arctic Ocean. In 1962, both the USS Skate and USS Sea Dragon surfaced within the same large polynya near the North Pole for the first polar rendezvous of the U.S. Atlantic Fleet and the U.S. Pacific Fleet. 12 See also lead sea ice. North Water Polynya. Weddell Polynya. References. W.J. Stringer and J.E. Groves, 1991. Extent of polynyas in the Bering and Chukchi Seas. Sherard Osborne, Peter, Wells and A. Peterman, 1866. Proceedings of the Royal Geographical Society of Australia, Volume 12, No. 2, 1867-1868, pp. 92-113 on the exploration of the North Polar region. Polynya, Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Weddell Polynya, NASA, 1999. Stogseth, R. Hagen, P.M. Harpaintner, J. 20041001. Ice and brine production in Storfjord and from 4 winters of satellite and in situ observations and modeling. Journal of Geophysical Research Oceans, 109C10C10008. ISSN 21562202. doi 10.10292004JC002384. C. Michael Hogan. 2008 Polar Bear Ursus Maritimus Global. Twitcher.com, ed. N. Stromberg. Penguins in high latitudes. NZETC, the 12th of June 2014. Johnson, Gregory C. 20080501. Quantifying Antarctic bottom water and North Atlantic deepwater volumes. Journal of Geophysical Research Oceans, 113C5CO5027. ISSN 21562202. doi 10.10292007 JC004477. Tamura, Takeshi Oshima, Kei Nakashi, Sohi 20080401. Mapping of sea ice production for Antarctic coastal Polynyas. Geophysical Research Letters. 35707606. ISSN 19448007. doi 10.10292007 GLO32903. Oshima, Kei Fukamachi, Jasushi Williams, Gaidi Nakashi, Sohiro K, Fabian Katade, Yuhiro Tamura, Takeshi Hirano, Daisuke Harris Boraguero, Laura. Antarctic bottom water production by intense sea ice formation in the Cape Darnley Polynya. Nature Geoscience. 632352240. doi 10.1038 NGEO 1738. Oshima, Kei Fukamachi, Jasushi Williams, Gaidi Nakashi, Sohiro K, Fabian Katade, Yuhiro Tamura, Takeshi Hirano, Daisuke Harris Boraguero, Laura. Antarctic bottom water production by intense sea ice formation in the Cape Darnley Polynya. Nature Geoscience. 632352240. doi 10.1038 NGEO 1738. Tales of a Cold War Submariner by Dan Summit, 2004. External links. International North Water Polynya Study. Now Polynya north of Alaska at NASA Earth Observatory.